smartly. And finally, we'll hear from the President of the 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly, His Excellency Philémon Young. Please join us on stage for your remarks.
Good evening. I have the impression you have had a marvelous day, and it's time to thank you and congratulate you for having a wonderful time here. Call it a wonderful time because the contributions you've made are very important to us. And this is important because looking around here, I have the impression that you are a microcosm of the world. The whole world is represented here this evening. And speaking to the youth is like speaking to the future. You are the torchbearers. And the older persons are waiting to see you take over and change the world and make it a greater place. The Summit of the Future is a process. It will begin a process which will go very far into the future. It will be about the things which the world plans to do in future. And it's a wonderful thing to imagine that the United Nations is in the center of the whole exercise. For me, coming from Africa, a continent where there are a lot of young people, in fact, in Africa, the young people represent more than half the population. It is important to imagine that all of you here are already participating in what is to come, that is in the future. I support this initiative as President of the General Assembly. This is a pre-summit segment of something that was foreseen quite some time ago. It will have a tremendous impact. I have no way to do this, but I would have wanted to inform the world that you absolutely want a pact of the future, because this pact will create something great for the future. It's going to create something that is going to come as we go along. I appreciate the youth because the youth are doing great things all over the world. And if we give you the right instruments, if we prepare you well, you're going to change the world that is to come. It is a meaningful exercise to have people like you come to a place like the United Nations and discuss all the things you would want, all the things you want to be involved in. Young people are needed in the collective pursuit of sustainable development. If we want to preserve the planet, if we want to give the planet a future, give our villages and our communities a future, we have to depend on you, the youth. Because you are the way, you are the future for all persons. The Summit of the Future is a once-in-a-generation opportunity for the international community to rethink how to rebuild the trust which is necessary for international cooperation to function. We need this commitment, and you are at the beginning of the commitment. We will take lessons from you, we will learn from you, and I am convinced that the discussions have been wonderful. You will inform us, you are informing us, and that what you have said here, what you've discussed here today, will give force, reinforce our intentions and give a strong impetus to the Pact of the Future, which we are going to adopt tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you to the President of the 79th session of the UN General Assembly for his closing remarks there. And that brings our session to a close.